welcome to tonight's World of Warships Legends Shenanigans. I am, of course, your host, Phoenix61. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, push the like button if you enjoy my videos, right? Appreciate it. Today we are in the Ochakov, right? Yeah, one of those ships, like many, I can't say the name right, but anyway, I don't play this ship very much, so I took her out for a stroll for my trying to work through my tier 7 premiums for the week, what have you, right? So, but yeah, you do get a lot of good tech here. A lot of these Soviet, Russian ships, you'll get, you know, some decent radar, right? Pretty decent guns. You know, no smoke, but that's not a big deal, right? But yeah, it's a cruiser, so it's very cruiser. You got to be careful, right? Got to be careful of battleships out there. But anyway, so we're spotted by the planes, and that's not a big deal, right? No, and the enemy ships can't lock onto us when it's just a plane spotting us, so we don't have to worry there. So I'll continue to try and push up and get into some island cover is kind of sometimes the way to go with this. You can angle pretty decently if you're, you know, in like kiting forward or backward, what have you, right? That tends to work as well. But yeah, I don't particularly do the greatest with this ship, right? Like we'll have a good game here, right? But it's not the norm for me, right? So, yeah, we get a cheeky shot on that first battleship with the fire triggered, and it looks like he's going to, nope, he put it out, right? Thought he was going to let it burn for a little bit there. You do get decent range torpedoes. I think these are 8-kilometer ones, right? So, which is rare. Like some of the Soviet cruisers have like 4-kilometer range, right? So like it's a little bit nicer there. I did trigger the radar to keep this Moss spotted here, but we're gonna run into an issue of you know, just not having line of sight on him, so we can't shoot him for the time being. And then we've got the sonar going as well. Since we saw him, we were nervous about torpedoes. And then of course he's going to go undetected as he goes into the A-cap. We'll continue to move around the flank though. I don't want to put myself in the middle of the map where too many ships can shoot us, right? If being sneaky around the islands isn't working, I'm going to move out and avoid a potentially deadly situation, right? So, but yeah, this Moss kept moving up, which it kind of actually surprised me quite a bit. So I switched back to the HE shells. If he's going to keep coming this way, we will try and help out with him and get rid of him. Does look like he might be turning and or slowing down. But we'll take the shot here. A couple of the rear turrets hit the land there, so that's unfortunate because he probably would be dead by now. And we don't get the kill, so, but not a big deal. He's dead. That's what's important. See if we can't fire spam this Bismarck. We also have the Mogami out there, right? If we get a good broadside shot on a Mogami, we'll want to use AP. So since it looked like he was going to do a turn for us, I did switch to AP, but somebody beat me to the punch. We will give them a good work there. And then I'll take my shots at the Bismarck instead then. So yeah, all 5 shells busted there, so we'll see what this next salvo does, and we may switch back to HE shells. He's only got a little bit of health left, so I was trying to just use the AP to finish him off there, and then yeah, some of the Enterprise gets him, had him flooding, so that is fine. We'll turn back around and try and help with the zone capture in that case. So we're at, what, a solid 10 grand damage with 3 ships gone, 2 of them over here on this flank. And then, yep, Cleveland is given decent angle here as well. So, like I said, if this is a good ship, if you got good angles, use the AP rounds. Get a little bit on him there. We've got this smoke screen from our allied destroyer, I think, here in front of us. So he doesn't have line of sight on us. So we're kind of getting freebie shots here. Trying to figure out which way he's going to move. Got some bounces there, but if he's going to start turning out, we should get some better penetrations from that. Keep moving. Looks like he's trying to eye us up. He can't spot us yet. There we go with the Citadel hit. And now we're picked up. We don't have the smoke screen in between us and him anymore. And he's turning out, so we'll switch back to the HE shells. And we'll turn into him, make sure not to give broadside to him either. Then I'm going to turn enough here so we can start heading back towards the zone, but I'm going to guess it's going to get capped by our 2 destroyers there before we even get close to it, so we want to be able to support. And then if this Cleveland's going to just kite away, right, we could potentially just stop firing our guns at some point to go undetected. But I'll keep picking on him for the time being. He looks like he wants to keep picking on me. We've got a little bit of a health advantage. Somebody else is shooting him, right? So we'll just keep chugging away at it here. Just don't give up too much angle. I'm surprised he's not hitting us with HE and fire spamming us. Maybe just not getting the hits, I guess. So he might be taking a note from my book, right? He might be stopping firing to try and go undetected, but I think we're probably close enough to him, right? You're like, even with good concealment, I think you're probably going to be close to like 10 kilometers, right? So be surprised if he goes undetected here before we get him. Or somebody does, right? There's kill there. And we see our twist and track perceptive, right, has changed a couple times here. So I'm going to guess it's potentially a carrier out there that we're picking up. So we'll push out that direction. Nope, it changed again. Alright, so we'll move in to help support the D zone here. Somebody over there. Somebody moved quick. It must be a destroyer moving back this direction. Probably going for B to try and cap that zone. Take that back. We'll have to see. Our teammates, our whole blue team is here at D now, so maybe should be spread out a little bit more. We'll keep pushing up. If we do suspect, right, don't forget we've got radar. We could potentially pick up whatever destroyer is hanging around out here. Just not sure which way he's going or where he went. Like with how long it's been facing that direction, I'm surprised B is not getting capped. I'm gonna keep moving out here. Right, like if anything, we'll win on points at some point if they're not gonna get these zones. Yeah, it's a split. Okay. All right, there's the capture. Yeah, now he's in the zone. That makes more sense. All right, we got an Iowa here that we should be able to hit. And then firing our guns did get us spotted, right? So either the destroyer and B can see us, or there's potentially the aircraft carriers out here somewhere as well. Looking at the mini-map, right, it looked like the torpedo bombers were going after our allied battleship. But just got to keep an eye on it to make sure that we don't, we're not too vulnerable to whoever's over there. Then yeah, we're gonna be out of range of radar, right? But I'm just gonna let our 2 destroyers hopefully go and take on that split in the B cap. We'll pick on the Saipan now that he's showing up for us and he's in full reverse. So we'll lob HE shells towards him and see if we can't trigger some fires here. Iowa's still hiding behind the island. There we go with the fire. Here come the torpedo bombers, right? So we'll turn in towards them. We'll take a hard left here to try and avoid as many of these as we can. Do take one right on the nose there. That's fine. We'll damage con the flood. We've got a heal if we need it. You could argue you'd want to wait on the damage con in case he gets a second run at us and triggers another flood, but I think we're okay for now. Yep, he's got dive bombers coming out now, so not as big of a deal. Need another fire on him though, then we'd have potentially a permanent fire. Does damage our rudder from the bombs, so we'll have to wait that one out. We'll take that over the flood. And I was kind of thinking maybe we had enough angle on him now, so we'll try the AP rounds and see if we can't get some penetrations here. We'll just have to see. Yeah, see, pretty much anything that hits the deck there, right, bounced. So I got to aim a little bit lower. And then all of that bounced too, so HE shells it is. We're going to take 2 torpedo hits here. Luckily, our damage con is back just in time for that. The Friesland on our team finishes the Iowa. They took care of the destroyer as well, so then the Saipan is the last to go, and we've got him covered. All right, we'll take a quick peek at the leaderboard, and I'll go through how I have the commander built, right? This is Nikolai, he's a free commander, right? Anybody can have him. 2,300 XP put us at second place there, and then we came away with 400 grand in silver earnings, credit, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, so I do have reload and dispersion here for more accuracy, right? And then I'll quick go in here, right? Like this is my typical loadout for most cruisers, right? Aiming system, propulsion, concealment, and gun control fire system in slot 4. And then yeah, for Nikolai, right, he's got more range, and then these we went AP shell pen multiplier for inspiration. You do you if you don't have both of those guys, right? One of them is a free guy. Then cruiser main battery range there. Right, sonar and radar duration here, because we do get, you could go HE shells causing fire, right, and then pick igniter, right. Like I've seen, I think Ochakov does decent with fire setting chances and spamming, right. But this is how I did it. You do get radar and sonar, so that perk buffing both of them is kind of nice. Then punch through and fixated, right, for the other perks, and then of course I like fully packed for most cruisers. So, but you do you. I always say refill station's always a good choice too, but that's going to be our Ochakov video for the day. That's a quick one for you guys tonight. So thank you so much for watching. And again, I really do appreciate those of you that are following the channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're doing Legends videos just about every day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.